It's the day after the show. We're in Jacksonville, Florida. So very simple. I opened up the Mevo app on my phone. You have to scan the QR code on the back to pair it. Literally, I didn't think it would happen that fast. I'm already done. So it does want to do a firmware update. I'm going to save that and do it later. And you set your modes like normal. I'm going to get this lined up. We're going to get the camera mode going too. So I've got this bad boy lined up. Perfect. And then let's start doing it. One thing, I'm going to change the sleep timer. Okay, let's start a session. What's interesting is it does want to know your hitting direction. So if you look, it's asking for my hitting direction. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's asking for the hitting direction. And so it does that. That's going to help it with the wind and everything. I'm not going to do the video right now. I just want to hit some shots and see what we get as far as the data. Okay, so what I'm looking at is how fast is it going to work. So again, that was all the setup for it. And this is on the golf app. Okay, so let's see what we get as we just hit a few. So we're going to start with some smaller ones, literally first swings of the day. It got it. It's reading the shot. That's pretty cool. 26-yard carry. That seems about right for what I did. Again, very, very quick. And let's see what we get. Spin 36, club speed, launch, flight time. It has all that. Let's get the range mode out. And see, that's pretty sweet. I can figure out how to change the... Okay, and then there's a 3D view of that shot. So let's look at that shot. Again, I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to put some screenshots in on this too, but just to let you see it with the data. So again, I'm on that 3D view. If you're familiar with Flightscope, I've used them in the past. You would have seen that before. So it's seeing that shot. It took the shots. Beautiful. Let's see if that was any different. I hit that a little farther, so yeah, 38 yards, pretty sweet. You know, obviously I don't think I need the 3D view. One thing right there on the 3D view is it didn't draw the shot, it just pops up. So if that makes sense, it doesn't draw the flight like you'll see on like TrackMan or Flightscope X3. It just literally picks the shot up and puts it on the map. So small difference as we go. So we'll hit a couple more. Chunked it. Let's see if it gets that. Yep, got it. Yardage seems pretty good so far. So let's see some more. That was a little higher. Hit it good, yep. 27 yards. See how the launch did. Yep, 45. So that was definitely higher. So yeah, I mean, hey, pretty sweet little unit. Again, you know, I wanted to see angle of attack on these. Is it giving me that? Yeah, 3.6. Now that's gonna be, let's see here. So that's gonna be, I have to do a better job of getting my flight or my number down. So that's gonna be one thing. If you're familiar with the old Flightscope, or not the old, how X2 works is the angle of attack number, it's reading it, but it's wrong. I think, I'm pretty sure I'm not hitting a wedge 3.6 up, but that's based on the low spot you set in the unit. So when I go in the settings, I have to say, hey, I'm this far away. So something to keep in mind. So we're not going to look at that. I'm just curious to see if it reads it. And we switched to an 8-iron. Hit that pretty good. Seems about right, I think. Let's see this again. Pretty good. That one should have some left spin. 18 launch, I like that. Spin axis left, yep. Cool. So far so good. It's passing just kind of the basic test of hitting the ball, and it's on point, right? I'm not getting any weird things that you would see when you're doing this sometimes. So that's pretty cool. Again, this is just on the phone. I have an iPhone 11, so they say it'll work iPhone 8 and above. But pretty cool little tool here. As far as just how it works. So let's see, yeah, that one went a little farther. Flighted range balls, so I'm not gonna get all my distance if they're what range balls typically are. Let's see, losing about, you can lose 15% with a range ball. I hit that 140 in the air. So that's about right. And we're into the wind a little bit. So that's pretty cool. I'd have to look into that weather thing where it asked about what direction I'm hitting. Now, the other thing I wanted to check too is you do get an app. If like you have an iWatch like me, this is pretty sweet. They introduced this now. You can control this from your watch. So I'm switching my club right now. I realized I had that wrong. So you get watch data. I'll have to look into this more. Right now it's got carry, club speed, ball speed, and the launch vertical. So that's just your launch angle off the club. So that's pretty sweet as well. So really cool. See how fast it goes to the watch. Oh, didn't get that shot. I think I moved a little too far to the left. Let's try that again. There we go, got that one. So going to the watch, as soon as it popped up on that phone, it was on my watch. That's pretty sweet. So really a cool unit as far as the practice side. Could set up the camera as well, get that part going. So pretty cool, a little bit more advanced than the Mevo with some of the club stuff. The club speed 87 for me. I'll have to look at that. That might be a touch high, especially I'm not trying to hit it. Spin sounds good though. 8 iron, 7,700, and it's a range ball, so I don't spin it that much usually, so that would make sense. There's an angle of attack that's down. Again, I've now moved back in my divot line, so if you're going to use Mevos, Mevo Pluses, anything, Mevo Pluses or XI Pluses, anything with Flightscope, that's always the biggest issue I have. Same with TrackMan, you can run into this issue too. They actually work better on mats because for the club data, because you're going to be in the same spot and it gets calibrated to that spot. So, hitting off a tee is also an option to see some of that. So just something to keep in mind, but there was a downward angle, which is what I should have with an iron. And pretty cool. So hopefully this helps you out making some decisions, getting a good look at it. I'll have more with the simulator when we get back to Chicago next week, but yeah, pretty sweet stuff. Really, really happy so far with it.